This is not my usual video whatsoever at all, and frankly, I don't want to make this, but I sort of feel like that I have to, if that makes sense. So, if you know me, if you see my channel, if you know, I play D&D. I play D&D often. And so because I play D&D often, I get to know what I'm using. I get to know the VTT that I'm using pretty often, and the one I'm using, it's Let's Roll. Now, Let's Roll is not my preferred. We actually sought refuge in Let's Roll after another one passed away, unfortunately. I do mean passed away. They stopped working on it. It was no longer available, and I think they shut down the website, actually. It was called Astral. Now, I love Astral. And what I wanted in Astral is what I wanted in Let's Roll, but it was not that. So I begrudgingly had to grow onto Let's Roll. Now, Let's Roll has its issues, like most VTTs. Same thing as Roll20, eventually. That I did. We actually tried Roll20. We didn't really like it that much, and then we moved to Let's Roll. We're like, you know what, let's just stick here for now before we find something better. And we found Foundry. Foundry costs money, and only one of us has it, and that takes a little while to learn as well. So we're like, let's just stick to Let's Roll until we figure out Foundry for real. So we're like, cool, that's fine, you know, that's okay. But Let's Roll has a whole bunch of shit that I haven't even opened up. Actually, this is my little rant, by the way. Let's Roll has a whole bunch of shit that I haven't even looked at. One of them being, this is the point of the video, is its dynamic system. Now, Let's Roll's dynamic system is very beautiful. It's one of the other things that we're like, oh dude, let's do that. It sounds cool. Sounds really nice. Sounds like something that we'd be interested in. Except we never got it working. At all. We never got it working. And we've been playing on here for about 4 years. And none of the DMs figured out how to make it work. None of anybody knew how to make it work. And I've been dabbling in Let's Roll's code and systems. So I have my own personal experience with making them and then altering what I'm able to. But I haven't really played or hosted my campaign yet on Let's Roll because I keep forgetting to, and also I don't have people to play with. And it's not that I don't have people to play with. I don't have people available right now to play with. So I've been holding back on it till recently, and that's when my first video popped up. And that'll be you know, River Rhine, obviously, and I added the dynamic and figured out how to make it. And this is common for me. If I don't see something that I don't know, I'll conquer what I need to know and then move on. And then I'll do a little bit back, and then go back, and I'll add something else that I didn't previously know to add to my more experience. So I'll do that. I'll just continuously do that. And that's how I learned HTML, CSS, a little bit of Python, because of Let's Roll. Not Python. Plus, what is it? It's its own thingy. I couldn't figure it out. Well, I did, but I didn't figure out what was the code in. That's besides the point. The point was, I do things. I get stuff done. I am able to put my mind to things, and so I put my mind to Let's Roll's thingy. And so that's what we're here today for. I'm here today to show you mind-boggling bullshit I had to put up with so that you guys don't have to. At all. You know, I'm willing to do that. So, the first thing we're going to do is create a table. Because I'm just going to do the basics of everything for Bill. Let's just name it Cute Stink. Because it's Cute Stink. Let's go. And now we're going to play. I'm going to join as a game master. You especially want to always join as a game master. Just to have it. Fuck. Okay. The first thing we do is go to first scene here. And right here. Not this one. That's just to pop out. or the scene browser that just switches between scenes. We're not here for that right now. We're here for the first scene to make dynamic lighting. And once you've turned it on, it turns entirely gray because there is no light, technically. We're gonna make light. We'll make light later. Right now, we have to actually have an image in here to like mess around with. I already downloaded something. You could just look up any D&D maps and then have that added to and like import it from your files into here. So let me add this right here. I was gonna show you, but I was like, nah, I'm tired. I'm tired. So let me add this in here. I'm gonna lock it so it doesn't move when I'm trying to do shit, like add walls and stuff. And if you personally want grids, like the grid to match any maps that you have, do so now. Because it will not move. You will not want to move it after you put how much work into the walls, into the doors, into the light, and how everything's gonna be playing out. You don't want to move it after you started that process. Do it now. I am warning you. This is your only warning. Change the grid if you want to change it now. Fog of War doesn't matter, but that's easy to understand. So also, if you need me to do a Fog of War video, I'll do one. I don't give a fuck. But for right now, hey, let me move the grid. I'm gonna move it so it's like 50, whatever. And so that looks like 50. I'm gonna move it so this lines up with this first one. It doesn't have to line up with everything. I'm just gonna make it line up with this first one. So lock it. All looks fine. It looks fine. I know there's a grid overlay already on this little thingy. It's not that in detail. I think it looks like the tile. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this thingy because it's in the fucking way. Now, for dynamic lighting, there's a selection, a wall. We should move. A selection, a wall, a door, a light, and then simulating light because we're not characters. We see everything anyway. But they don't, so we just simulate how they will be able to see it. So for now, we're just gonna do a door, and I'm gonna hold shift. I'm let go of my mouse. This is my mouse moving. I only have to hold shift, and this works with most of Astral's like shift click things. You only have to hold shift for it to be multiple things for whatever you want to do. You can keep clicking however you want, but for Let's Roll, you specifically must hold shift always. Now this is a window. If you do want a working window, you just have a door here and then have it be able to be accessible for your character, for like your players. But for this one, you can just have it not be GM doors so they can open and close them themselves. And they can also see the pop-up of this, by the way. I didn't realize that. But we'll keep adding walls. So there's walls here, there's a door here to simulate this window. But it's a window technically. So I'm gonna keep adding walls. And I can't add walls if I've let go already. I have to re-click it back. I don't know if it's just the Firefox I'm using. I don't know if it's Windows. Not Windows. I don't know if it's just Let's Roll being stinky like always. I don't know if it's OpenGL. I don't know if it's my Winder. I don't know if I should be using Chrome. No clue. I just know that it works whenever I do it, and because it'll like I'll click, and I won't be able to do anymore. I'll be able to click on other walls, but I won't be able to make any more walls once I let go. So I need to go back, click on it again, and then keep going, which is fine. I can deal with that. This is fine, and then boop, we have another window. So that means another door that's open, and that has a GM door, so that players can open it. Because you don't want them messing with your windows. If you don't want them to mess with your windows, I don't fuck. But me personally, I don't want to mess with the windows because that's the whole point of windows. We don't usually go through windows. We go through doors. And then, beautiful. I'm gonna go through this last walls, and I'm gonna start simulating because I've only gone through this half first. I wanted to show how it simulates lights, and then we'll do light. Yeah. Yeah, it's not okay. And also, it won't do it if there's a wall nearby. So just go. I don't care. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I personally think it's just Let's Roll being stinky. Because it's Let's Roll. It's gonna have some issues. Most of these free VTTs have issues. If you got a paid one and it still has issues, then that's just shit, man. Then I have this one be an open door as well. An open GM door. This one just be just a regular player door. Because this is like an open space, like it's curtains. Same thing with these. These will also be hopefully soon later. I'm gonna do this window actually. You are able to go through doors. I don't personally because I think it fucks up. And here's where the lighting's gonna be. This is a giant lighting. It doesn't have to be 45 or it'll be like 21 point random split numbers. It could be 5. Like that little itty bitty. It could be radiant, it could be blue, we're gonna go fuck, it could be blue. Let's make it blue. It doesn't match with any of the red lights here. Actually, we could make it red. And you don't have to have the light. I just want it to. Just so that we can see it. Oh. Is that a tiny wall? Oh no. Okay, one final area, one final wall, and hopefully this will be the entire match. So. Look at everything! See, so this is that's supposed to be open. But it's not because of the walls going through it. Which is the thing that I was worried about. So yeah, I was worried about that. Which I can delete it and just go bloop, and now it's open all the way, even though it's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be this little gap. But it's okay. Just remember that. You can go through the doors, but it will block the light that's supposed to be going through it. And the whole point of this is for immersion, you know? Like, that's the whole point of making these windows be doors, is so that they could be able to see outside of it and see into this window. It adds just another layer of immersion, which is what I really like. What I really loved about the dynamic lighting, especially in these types of things. And why it really sucked that it just took forever, because it just messed up everywhere it needs to be. By the way, if there is, yeah, so some of the things to look out for. If it does, more than likely you just have to click on these, one of these again, go back here, go make a new wall. But if it continuously doesn't do that, refresh. Or if here, let me actually, it won't go all the way here to this menu tabs. Because these are the tabs for the menus. You know, you can turn them on or off and hide them. Just make them shift to the other one, to like the other side. They won't go all the way. So if you zoomed in all the way, and let's say you're trying to make a wall right here, it won't go all the way up. Unfortunate. Just happens. Especially with how finicky browser server like tabletops are. But, you know, I'll take all the bad with the good. And so, yeah. So we have this red light. So if you so let's say this room had no lighting whatsoever. Anyway, let's say this room didn't have any light. So let me move this light over there. And for Let's Roll, a player is able, in dynamic lighting, is able to see 120 feet. I was talking to one of my DM friends, and we both were looking at it because we're like, hey, what is the normal sight? Not blind vision, not blind sight, not dark vision, just normal D&D sight. And the best answer we got was on a clear, sunny, no terrain or tree obscured vision, like anybody would be able to see up to 2 miles away, which I thought was crazy. But now that I'm thinking about it, probably accurate. You know, because humans are able to see the ends of the horizons just by standing. So 2 miles is not that far-fetched. But I was just like thinking, man, why did it take looking at a rule book to be able to get that answer? And then every other conflicting thing we got was just like, hey, so for blind sight, I was like, no, I don't want to see blind sight. I wanted to see other things. Like, hey, for blind sight, no. Just things I wasn't looking for popping up in my feed that I did not type. That's what also made you want to make this video. Because if you look up, let's roll dynamic lighting how to, or like anything remotely settling that, nothing will show up. It'll give actually the FAQ center like lineup of questions, but it won't show you really. It won't show you much of nothing. It'll show you like, hey, yeah, so the lights specifically have 250 doors can be 200 and doors can be 200, lights are 250, and walls are 500 that you can place. And I was like, okay, cool, but what about like how because it doesn't work some half the time, and I was figuring it out, and thankfully I was able to like just really get it, but that took forever. But yeah, that's how you do it. I don't want to do the whole map. I'll just do the small area. I'll just do small areas. But that's essentially it. You just make. You continuously make walls. Oh, this area. Which I know doubling up will like give me those. Oh man, I thought I deleted it. No, I did. And just doubling up just does that. But there is no other way without breaking it to go back, because then it'll register that's too close to another wall to make another wall. Which for now I haven't found anything to be able to fix that really. There's like nothing I've known or seen that could really help that besides just letting Let's Roll mods update it or something to that equation. But yeah, there's dynamic lighting. I'm actually gonna go out and like show what it looks like in person as like a player. Cute stink. I know. And then let me join as a new character. Let me name Stinky the Third. This is about Stinky. A Stinky being Let's Roll. Oh wow, I'm going to the dungeon. Can't really see where I am. Boom. Excuse me. see. Didn't do that on accident. It's fine. Oh man, I see this room. Ignore that. And this is too small. That's okay. But I allowed it so they wouldn't have collision through the wall, so they're not able to go. Again, that door is so small, actually. It's fine. But they were able to peek in from it. And then let's look at that window, actually. That window situation, actually. Oh, let's just doing the thingy. Okay, I gotta reload. It's doing that thing where I drag it even though I'm dragging my character, but it doesn't like want to register that I'm drawing my character. Yeah, so I can literally peek in from one window to the next. But yeah, so that's that radius that I can see. If I get the ruler out for my cone, is 120. Straight up, just 120 of my vision. And that's a pretty big range. I don't usually have my maps bigger than 1,000 by 1,000. Mostly because it doesn't. Let's Roll says it can go up to 5,000 and 5,000. It doesn't register. If every single map was 5,000 versus 5,000, 50,000 to 50,000, it would not work because something about the memory and the RAM that's Let's Roll's using just wouldn't load at all. And we were having that issue actually with one of our other campaigns because he had big maps. Only one of our players had an issue with it. Well, actually, no. Some of us started having it before he fixed it. But none of the maps he had we were able to play on because he had giant maps just taking up all of the space for everything. And so like we weren't able to like actually play on it because it would load a white screen. And we're like, oh wow. And so we had to refresh. I think it was refreshing the captcha that like made it work the final time. Oh, it was bigger. I just blocked it with walls. I did lock the lights and walls. I also was not able to go in here because there's no like technical wall. Probably just break it down, honestly. This is probably like a dungeon map. And now I can't click on any of my walls. Except for my doors. That way. Oh! This probably fixed it. I'm just not gonna do anything about it. Yeah, whatever. It's able to... I haven't been able to move. It's fine. And then go in, do stuff, see how things are popping. Alright, I'm gonna lock everything. I'm gonna be able to move my character. Yeah, that enable. I love enable collisions, but it's also finicky sometimes. Oh, dude, that's what it was. See, I knew it. We can emit light. That's crazy. Wait. Why is it that in my video that I'm talking about? No, wait. What? How do I go back to that? I'm refreshing. No, literally. In the video that I'm talking about, hey, that's all says shit that's not accessible. Oh my rat. I did it! I did it! I knew it. And then for whatever reason, it won't go back. and now I can mid a light. Is it every time I refresh? Can I only mess with it once? It's something. Oh, there we go. Okay, now it's fixed. Oh, I did it. Okay, cool. Again, it's just one of those things. Yeah, I'm always discovering something. Doesn't matter what. I'm enabling everything for lights and walls. Yeah, literally what I fucking said. Anyway, that's the end of my video. Now we know. Click on the character. You can change the vision of feet up to whatever you want. The base is 120 though. Now it's working just fine. I had to refresh twice to be able to actually make it functional, and I can always click on it to be able to look at things. I'm glad I'm able to do that now though. I'm gonna do this to my players right now. I don't care. They can only see 30 feet. Nah, I'll leave it to probably 60 actually. But yeah, so that's my tutorial.